motive, I come whistling down your trail and crashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby. Wish I didn't have a heart. You need a shovel full of coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train, baby. Wish I was a freight train. Every time I talk to you and I hear your jealous lies, feel like I've been left abandoned on some old railway siding. And every time I hear your voice, my water just gets cold. My stove will not stoke, and my boiler will not boil. Wish I was a freight train, baby. Wish I was a diesel locomotive. I come whistling down your trail and crashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby. Wish I didn't have a heart and you'd need a shovel full of coal just to get me started. Wish I was a...
Well, today was the day. I got my first true swim bait trout. This isn't the first for me. I have caught trout on swim baits before. I've caught 2 last year on the dark sleeper. It's not really a swim bait, but it did open my eyes to the possibility that this endeavor. And once that seed was planted, I knew that it was something I wanted to try this spring. So it's been a grind. I've been doing it for about 2 months now. I got in on the early season. I got 2 months ahead of everybody else, thinking I would be sitting pretty and slamming them left, right, and center, and I was extremely optimistic in that viewpoint I had, because I haven't had any results. As you've probably noticed if you watch my videos, there's been a lot of casting videos and not any catching videos, which has been weighing on my shoulders quite heavy actually. So I changed tactics. The river wasn't working for me. To get a bait in position, to get it tuned right, to run the current, to get it in front of a fish, the river's only 15 feet across. The length of the cast and the presentation of the bait just wasn't working. I was snagging everything and not getting any kind of hint of an inclination of a trout being interested in what I was throwing. So with that lack of feedback, I mean, it really hits you hard. It really questions your morals, and not your morals, but your motivations. So I switched to a lake I know has a lot of good rainbow trout, a lot of good brown trout. They are naturally occurring there now. They were stocked years and years ago, but they are a natural fish, natural breeder. So I've been getting a lot of information since switching, because the water clarity there is fantastic. And 2, I just know that lake better, and I know where the trout are, so I kind of had a step up there instead of starting from bottom where I was in the river, not being a river guy at all. So I've been seeing a lot of fish. I've been having a lot of fish interact with my swim baits, mostly the glides, the Pistol Pete's by G-Rat. They seem to just be super inquisitive about it, figure eighting the bait and everything and pecking at it. But trout are naturally inquisitive, so I didn't know if I was in the right direction or just interacting with trout. There's a big difference. I was proven right today. I wasn't even going to set up the camera. I had gone to a spot I knew eventually I would get a trout. Whether I hooked him or not would be another thing, but I knew that they hung in that area, in that pocket. So I wasn't going to set up the camera. I had the Pistol Pete ready, rocked on, ready to go. First cast, that thing hit, and I saw it hit because I saw the bait move. I was wearing polarized glasses today. They're a godsend. Couple more twitches, saw the bait move funny again, and just swung. I didn't know if he had it in his mouth, but I could see that part of it had been obscured. Part of the bait body color had been obscured, and I just had hoped that that was the jaw print around it, and I was right. So yeah, he hit it, he rolled, he ran, and it was mostly utter chaos. I got the footage. I did not get any pictures dealing with trout. I just want to get back in the water. It's the same thing with me with trophy bass. I am much more happy to get that fish back in the water healthy and happy and swimming away than document a dead fish and ruin that for somebody else. It's just the way I am. It's the way I was raised. So I'm hoping that the footage turns out good. Anybody that has any questions about this, I will tell you I've done everything wrong already. So I can tell you what not to do. I've gotten very few things right, but I do know a lot more now than when I started, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a repeat offense here. I'm going to be doing this every year, spring and fall. Maybe not the fall, depends on how the big bite is for bass, but it's it's all coming together here slowly. One thing I will say is match the hatch. Erratic movements are better, so looking at small 5-inch, 6-inch glide baits, you want something that is a smooth action but quick snappable. You want to be able to change direction on a dime, but you don't want it to blow out. Those pistol Pete's are, they're, for the money you pay for them, they're out of this world, man. I don't know how G-Ride does it for the price. I'm always impressed with their baits. Yeah, the hooks that come on those, I would change them out. I noticed fairly quickly that the hooks, silver hooks, are just not going to work for trout, especially the treble hooks. I did some soft plastic with jig heads. That also might work. I don't know, but yeah, swap out your hooks. Do something bronze, something thin, something that's just not going to reflect the light. And I also I'm running that Gomexus handle. It's stainless steel. It's super shiny, and I realized that is a disco ball as I'm reeling it in. So I taped that up a couple days ago, covered that up. Besides that, stick back from far on shore as you can, because they will come right to your feet, and the second they see you, it's game over. They won't come back. And then use the shallows to your advantage. Fishing right now for trout, because they're so shallow, I'm treating a lot like summer bass, and where I'm hitting docks. So I'll be on shore, I'll fish the dock well before I even think about stepping foot on it. And nooks and crannies, log jams, laydowns, everything like that. Just basically, it's a lot like trout fishing.